Expansive with Anna Gatman here, and another daily reading from Eileen Caddy's book, Opening Doors Within, daily meditations that I read every day. Today I want to share with you September 16th. It's about emptying yourself completely in order to allow for something new to come in. So emptying the old in order for the new to come in. And so I want to focus on give it a good cry if you need to let go of something. And I'm sharing it because that is the place where I am in these days. Giving it a good cry, something that is painful for me, that when I think of it reminds me of suffering, my own suffering in my family, in my childhood, in the world. And it's there on the verge. And it's like I need to go through it, through the pain one more time. I've worked through it many times, but it's as if I need to empty something in order to allow something new to come in. And in a previous recent video, I shared this beautiful quote that has become one of my favorite new quotes, and it goes like this by Margaret Drabble, I believe. It goes, "When nothing is sure, everything is possible." And nothing is sure right now, and everything is crumbling. And so I feel that my heart is crumbling inside. But everything is possible. And so it relates to the reading today that in order to bring in the new when everything is possible, you got to let go of the old, of what's crumbling. Crack your heart open, give it a good cry, so that you can empty what's painful inside you, those places that are closed, shut down. They always at the end of everything come down to your own self-worth, self-value, self-love, self-deserving, self-care, self-kindness. So here is the reading for today, and then I'll give you a tip of how you can give it a good cry, so you can let go of what is holding you back from bringing in the new into your world and into our world. So September 16th, life is full and overflowing with the new, but it is necessary to empty out the old to make room for the new to enter. The emptying out process can be very painful, for when you have been emptied of the old, you may experience that feeling of having nothing to hold on to and of being alone and bereft of everything. You may feel that life is completely dead and empty with no meaning to it, and you want to throw up your hands in despair. Realize that if you are going through such a time, it is this process of being emptied of the old so that you can be refilled with the new. Never give up hope, but hold on until you are completely empty and drained of everything. Then you can start again in newness of spirit and in truth. You can become as a little child and enjoy to the full the wonderment of this new life as you gradually become infilled by it. So this is something that you've probably heard many times in different contexts, different teachers or self-help books, that you need to let go of something in order to allow something to come in. You need to be emptied of the old in order for the new to come in. And so we are living in these times where things are crumbling, and in the crumbling we are letting go of the old. Now there's crumbling of social structures, but we're also experiencing it in our private life, right? In our personal life, in our work, in our relationships, in our finances, in our time, in our self-care, in all the areas of our lives, if you're a parent with kids who are going to school now with COVID, we're experiencing the effects of this crumbling and the craziness that's going on politically in America for sure, but in many other countries as well. We are experiencing it personally. And so it's crazy times. But the craziness just leaves you in a place that's not here and not there, not in the old and not in the new. So move yourself into the new, and in order to do that, let go of something and give it a good cry. And so I want to offer you can do it intentionally. You can wait till the time is right, or you can decide that, oh my God, I'm so sick of this, I want to let go of it. And so first of all, the first step is find something that you want to let go of. Something that has to do, though, around your value, a belief around your worth, your value, your worthiness, your deserving, compassion for yourself. Pick something that's maybe a belief that you've been holding on to for all your life, and maybe you revisit it each time. It's not the first time that you've been here, but here you are again. And in a sense, that event or that feeling, that is for you each time to go back to. That is the seed through which you can crack your heart open more, become more compassionate, open to the new. So while we often think of, oh, not again, I've already worked on this issue so many times and here I am again, instead, this issue is there for you each time when you imagine it or think of it, a childhood event or something current that just, oh my God, is devastating for you. Go back there, because in the devastation, you'll give it a good cry. And as you cry, you will open your heart. And when you crack your heart open, you'll be more expanded, and there'll be more room for you to bring in something new and wonderful about yourself, and from you to the world, to your world, to our world. And so first pick something that's devastating for you, current in your life, or that you see on the news, or something from your childhood, something that has to do with your self-worth, but it could be through somebody else. If you see suffering in the world, it touches you so deeply because it just touches you. And so use those painful events or moments, look them in the eye, look at them again and again, allow them to evoke tears in you, a sobbing in you. And something that you can do, which I've been doing lately, is I found a song by chance, which I love, and I've been playing it every day, probably 50, 60 times a day. And when I listen to it, it allows me to sob. So it becomes the doorway for me to crack my heart open. And so pick, for example, a song, a poem, something that's going to help you, is going to take you there directly to this place of just crying for the pain in the world, and the pain, the senseless suffering, your senseless pain, your senseless suffering today or in the past. And use that song or that poem to just take you to this place of just giving it a really, really good cry. And then as a third step, just be gentle with yourself. It might take an hour, or it might take shorter time, like a 20-minute cry, or it might be 3 days or a week that you're just vulnerable and you're just allowing yourself to crack open even more. And crack open to the madness of suffering, your own or somebody near to you or somebody far away. But in this cracking, you will allow from something that's been closed and dark, you're going to open it, crack your heart open, allow for love to come in, for compassion, for care for yourself, for the world. And then when that begins to occur, then you can fill yourself with more hope, with a direction that you want to take, a new attitude that you want to take, a new perspective, more strength, more fierceness to stand up for what's important for you, for the suffering in the world, to do something about it. It really is in the process of cracking our heart open to our own suffering and to the suffering, the senseless suffering in the world, that we allow ourselves to open into more light, to come into our heart and our being. And from that place, after you've been vulnerable, you've cried, you've been vulnerable, then slowly, slowly, you can fill it up with what do you want to put there instead. As I said, a new belief, a new attitude, a new action, something in your life that you want to bring more into your life, a promise to yourself for your life, a promise that you're going to do for yourself, but for people that are near to you, or for the planet, for nature, for animals, for people on the other side of the planet that are suffering senselessly. And then you will be filled with both love and compassion and a resolve to do something about it, whatever you can, big or small. And this is the process. If we all cracked our heart open today to the senseless suffering that's going on, then you would appear instantly, because we would be sobbing, and then we would awaken to, okay, let's just stop this game. This is a cruel, crazy game of self and other destruction. But it's not happening this fast. And so we each do our part in our own life, in the circumstances that we have, and then it ripples out, and it ripples out, and it ripples out, and through generations, consciousness is evolving and changing. And so I offer you to do this process with yourself gently when you have time for yourself, or take some time for yourself, and go through this process. Be loving, caring, and gentle with yourself, and know that this process of emptying yourself, and maybe crying till there's no more tears in you, is the right process, because in this process you will open up to more light coming in, to more love coming in, caring for yourself and for your fellow human beings and nature and animals, our entire planet. So I leave you with blessings of vulnerability, blessings of trusting the process of letting go in order to allow for something new to come, letting go of the old. And wherever you're watching this, leave a comment and I'll engage with you. Blessings.